is only war.
What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. We're going to be doing a Index Chaos Space Marine specific review. So we're going to go over the changes specifically for Chaos, what I think about them, some list ideas, tactics, and what you guys are going to be running for the next couple weeks, I would say, until the Codex comes out. Because obviously once the Codex comes out, all this gets thrown out the window. But at least we get to have some fun and play our vehicles now with the 10th edition with these new points changes. A lot of my lists run these specific units, so a lot has changed. I think I woke up today and I had an extra 100 points in my main list, so we get to add a bunch of extra shit into it. So if you guys are new to the channel, appreciate you clicking on the video. If you guys are Chaos Marines, we did get ranked second in the world last year for Chaos Space Marines, so we definitely had fun playing them in 9th edition and then continue to have fun playing them in 10th. Mike is also a dirtbag. He runs Chaos Space Marines specific, but if you can see over my head, we got some new merch. We've got these widgets which are just sick. They get the Dirtbags logo on it, 6 inches, 1 inches, 2 inches, 4 inches, 3 inches, and it breaks up into 2 different pieces where you can use that little thing as a 3-inch widget, which 3 inches is one of the most popular inches in the game. Different colored dice, they are selling out pretty fast. We're close to having to buy another load of them. 4 different characters you guys can use as proxies. They basically look almost exactly the same, and all the stickers out the ass. If you guys want to join Discord for all the memes in the world, and if you guys want to support the channel, patreon.com is the way to do it. If you guys want some coaching, patreon.com is the way to get some one-on-one coaching and have one of us in your corner if you want to bounce any ideas and tactics off of. So let's pull this up. We went over this morning live. I apologize, it was my first live event in my new house and I'm not hardwired, so it was a little bit laggy. So we're getting hardwired once we kind of fully move in, so we're gonna have way more better live up on the 3rd floor, but most of the live games in the battle dungeon downstairs on the 1st floor are going to be hardwired anyway, so don't have to worry about that. But this is the Chaos Index. First, we'll go over specifically what went down, and then kind of list ideas and different stuff that we're going to be testing out for the next couple weeks. My insights on what I've been using, what I haven't been using, and what you could be throwing in your new list and kind of switching out some different stuff. So first thing you notice is the bikes. Now, if you guys haven't been using bikes, me and Mike have been using bikes since 9th edition. Their special rule is they can go off of the board if they're wholly within 6 inches and then come back off on the board in reserves. But it specifically says they get placed into strategic reserve. If anything gets placed in a strategic reserve after starting on the table, they can wait to come back in even after turn 3. That's a special rule that not a lot of people know about, but most of the time you're going to be bringing back in where they came in or bring them in on the other side of the table to do a secondary. That's what their main goal is to do secondaries. So these guys, lowering them by 10 points is huge. They were 85 points, now they're 75 points, so they were in every list I had. If you haven't put them in the list, put them in the list. Trust me, try them and you'll love them. Put them with Nurgle, with 2 plasma guns and 1 plasma pistol. So basically you have 5 shots coming in from the board edge, exploding on 5s, overcharging, and just, they're insane. Now, some people have been still running the Terminator squads, so they did go down in points. I think they were either 190 or 195, but they went down 5 or 10 points. So if you had Terminators in your squad, like a 10-man Terminator break with Abaddon, now you have a couple extra points to go, about 20 extra points just from the Terminators. I don't run Terminators. They die way too easily in this edition, especially with how many 3 damage weapons there are right now. Grey Knights, super good now with their 3 damage AP2 ignore cover, so you're basically rolling 4s. They just die. So that's why I don't like the Terminator bricks. But the Vindicator went down 15 points. I don't know why. I guess they don't know what we do with the Vindicator. But Mike has killed Morty twice with a Vindicator. So I have nightmares going against a Vindicator on the other side. And he doesn't even have the fucking Hellbrute. He has Abaddon for full rerolls. It's Nurgle, explodes on 5s. If you had the Hellbrute next to it, which also went down in points, you get to crit on 5s for automatically wounding and automatically exploding. So it's just insane when something gets in range of this. And if they do Overwatch, he does Overwatch with it all the time. You get on sixes explode and auto wound if you're near, you know, the Hellbrute, but at least just exploding on sixes, and then it's strength 14. So anything toughness 12 like Mortarion, it's going to wound on threes. So it does so much freaking damage into Morty or really big models. So it going down 15 points is just nuts. So I probably will be running 1 to 3 of these guys in my main list for Chaos. It was the Predator. The Predator is 130 points. It didn't change, but it only being 45 point difference, you're just kind of removing one Nurgle and upgrading this guy to a Vindicator. So Chosen stayed the same. Cultist Mob went down 5 points. These guys obviously are in every single list. You should have at least one Cultist unit Nurgle in your list just for backfield, making it sticky. And if they die, you're still sticky. So 1 or 2 units, maybe even 3 sometimes in an army. They make the objective sticky so that we don't have to worry about them. And they're really good for blocking out quarters. So you spread them out 2 inches. Watch my 2-inch video where you get to kind of keep things super far away, and then you can't deep strike or reserve anything near them. So I'll go over the list. My 100 cultists, we might actually have 120 now. Cypher went down points, so he should be probably 80 points, honestly. Vect isn't as good. He has to be on the table. The Countess Assassin doesn't have to be on the table. And he doesn't have Vect like he doesn't have the teleport assault like Countess Assassin. So Cypher is not as good as 90 points. I think he should be cheaper, but I'm probably still not going to be running him. Dark Apostle didn't go down. Dark Commune didn't go down. Havocs went down, so they were competing with the Predator. So since the Predator was 130 points, Havocs were 130 points. They're now not competing. They're about 10 points cheaper now, but you're competing a tank with a ton of guns compared to 4 models, 4 heavy weapons with, you know, autocannons or whatever. So you can get more shots from the Predator for 10 points more, and it's a tank, so it's harder to kill. Yes, these guys can go up and down buildings, through walls, whatever it may be, but I think the Predator is going to be a lot better of a choice than the Havocs, honestly. Hellbrute went down 10 points, was not expecting that at all. So the Hellbrute with the Abaddon combo is just going to be even more fantasized about with this new patch. So the Hellbrute and the Abaddon combo, when you have them within 6 inches of each other, you get to crit on 5s. So it doesn't say if you're using sustain, you get to crit on 5s, or if you're using lethal, you get to crit on 5s, but it just says you crit on 5s. So the Hellbrute gives you lethal and sustain. So per rules, you are critting on a 5 no matter what mark you are. If you're using it for guns, Tzeentch and Nurgle are going to be your best friends. If you're using it for melee, Khorne and Slaanesh are going to be your best friends. So most of the time, you're going to be using this combo with a Nurgle Predator or a Nurgle Vindicator. So that way, anytime a Nurgle model crits, they gain lethal and sustain. So on a 5. That's how the rules are written. That's how they're performed. So that's why the Hellbrute is so freaking good with Abaddon. Helldrake didn't go down. I don't know why. It should have. Nobody freaking runs the Helldrake. The Demon Prince went down. So my 8 Demon Prince list now got even more fun. I get to add a little bit more chaff into it. The Demon Prince with wings is really good. If you haven't run it, you get to roll 10 dice for however many wounds he has. So if he has 5 wounds left, you roll 5 dice, but they start at 10. So you charge in, you roll 10 dice. On a 4+, they take a mortal wound, I think max 6. But still, like, it's a free grenade coming into somebody with combat. Then if you put Talisman of Burning Blood, because he's Khorne, he's just going to murder whatever the hell he touches. Using this guy for rapid ingress is just super fun. And then the regular walking Demon Prince, you can do a Slaanesh, speed 10, I think. Intoxicating Elixir, so it's really hard to kill. Or you just do the flying Demon Prince with Intoxicating Elixir, so it's really hard to kill. So a couple different options, but they are cheap for what they can kill, so they should be able to make their points back for being 200 points. So Khorne, 180 plus the upgrade for Talisman of Burning Blood is 200 points. So he should be able to kill these 200 points worth back of models. So you kill 5 Terminators, boom, he just made up his points. Legionnaires went down. Don't know why. Sure, I'll take it. So I've had Legionnaires usually with Abaddon anytime I bring Abaddon. 5 Legionnaires with Abaddon is good if you want to do a gun line. If you do 10-man Legionnaires with Abaddon, they actually kill a ton of stuff. Why you run Legionnaires with Abaddon is because the full rerolls when somebody's on objective. So Abaddon's devastating wounds get full rerolls because he's with Legionnaires. So you roll 2s to hit. Exploding on 5s because he's Slaanesh, and then rerolling 1s. I mean, rerolling everything because he's doing that buff for himself, but you reroll everything, explode on 5s, and then you full rerolls to wound because he's with Legionnaires. Plus, his CP, how he gets the CP, is through a Dark Pact. Legionnaires with the icon give you a reroll of the Dark Pact. So if you fail your 5 up, you get to reroll it, and then have a chance to get that 2+ CP. Terminators don't have the icon, so that is why the Legionnaires, I think, in my opinion, are way better than the Terminators if you're going to run a 5-man. I'm thinking about running maybe 30, 40, 50, 60 of them, just kind of throw on the table before the new Codex comes out. We do have like 100 Legionnaires lying around. I just bought 30 more of the Night Lords ones, so I have to put those together. I can't wait to put those on the table. They're gonna look sick. Lord Discord, they're just giving up on this guy. This guy is just sad. I apologize. If they would have made him maybe 140, you could probably see him on the table, but he still wouldn't be good. Massive Execution, Possession, nobody else went down. Mauler Fiend, I'm going to test this guy out. 140 points, speed 10, like 6 attacks. Can reroll advance and charges. If you make it Slaanesh, explodes on 5s. You get to get that reroll of the advance to see if you're going to make the charge, and then you can spend that 1 CP to get the advance and charge off. And he's got an extra like 6 or 7 attacks if you do the lashing tendrils. You can do the 4 Melta shots, but Melta in this edition is just not the best. So I'll probably just do the melee tendrils with this guy. But 140 points is definitely something to look at. So I'll be testing the Mauler Fiend out on the table. Crown, love it. Possessed went down, so they have the devastating wounds, 2 damage. I think it's D6 plus 2. Are they the same as the cursed? I haven't run them in a while. But Possessed going down points, that's fun. Maybe we can try 30 Possessed like we used to. Raptors going down. You bring 2 Meltas in a Raptor squad. 85 points, not bad for secondary unit, but now you're competing for bikes, which I think are better. So 3 bikes for 75 points or 5 Raptors for 85 points. Then the Venom Crawler. Haven't used this guy since it first came out. He was 120 points. Now he's down to 110 points. So maybe he's worth a shot. The only thing I don't like about him is he's only AP 1 and doesn't ignore cover. If they gave him AP 1 ignore cover, he'd probably be in every single list. But 12 shots if he kills a unit, which is AP 1, 2 damage. So if he finishes off a unit, you add an additional attack per weapon that he has. So if he's in melee, he gets an extra attack. If he's shooting, he gets an extra 2 attacks. So that's pretty cool. You go from 12 to 14 and then 14 to 16. Like, I haven't done it, I haven't tried it, but I definitely want to test it out. Run 1 to 3 of these guys, and they're speed 12. Like, they're super quick. Warp Towns didn't go down, and Warp Smith stay the same. All the enhancements stay the same. So those are the changes. My insight on kind of why all these, what I've been playing and stuff like that. Let's go over some lists. So the first list I'm going to go over is my main Chaos Cultist list. So let me see here. All right, so here is my main list that we are testing out. Let me see if I can get this up on screen for you. All right, so here is the first list. This is called Cultists. So super creative, I know. Don't try and steal it. So Abaddon, the Despoiler, with the Terminator Sorcerer. We bring the Terminator Sorcerer just for the extra AP. He basically comes in from Deep Strike, targets something 2+, everything that shoots at that unit is +1 AP. So all these cultists that have AP 0 shots now are all are AP 1. All of them are going to be Nurgle. They have the firearms, so it's basically 24-inch range, rapid fire 1. So basically everything within 12-inch range, you're getting a shit ton of shots with the firearms. 2 grenades, 2 flamers, 2 heavy stubbers. I'm thinking about taking the flamers out. Sometimes they're clutch, sometimes they're not, but if I add another 4 shots with my firearms, that might be better. Heavy stubbers are just super good. I know they hit on 5s, but you're looking for 5s to crit anyway. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is what we changed. We had 5 of them in there. Now we have 6 of them. So it's 120 cultists, all Nurgle, because they crit on 5s. And if I need them to survive, I can do the Nurgle strat. But they crit on 5s and they auto sustain and auto wound on 5s because of the Hellbrute, as long as they're within 6 inches of the Hellbrute. So 120 of them. Then we have Legionnaires, 10-man squad. Last cannon and auto cannon. I don't know if I had the heavy bolter on them, and I think I like the heavy bolter, but they're both the same AP. This one has 1 or 2 shots. This one has 1 or 2 shots. The heavy bolter has 3 shots with exploding on 5, stuff like that. So that's an opinion on whatever you like better. But he is with Abaddon, so that way he's a little bit protected. He can be more aggressive and get out there and still have a ton of guys to kind of lead him into combat to murder whatever he wants to do. 1 bike unit, Nurgle, to be just secondary targets. We have a Predator, Nurgle, with the heavy bolters. We have a Vindicator, because I said we're definitely going to be testing out the Vindicator. We have the Hellbrute. Crown is there because everything within 9 inches of Crown gets a 4-up in bone save. All of the cultists, and it's per model. So if you have some cultists that are out of the 9 inches and some are, you can take the ones in the 9-inch bubble to have the 4-up in bone save, which is just crazy. Here's an option. We have the Raptors for 85 points, or we could do another bike squad. I think I'm going to start the Raptors on the table, and they're going to be my first turn fixed objective cleanse. So the Nurglings are going to be in the center to do, there's 3 units of Nurglings. One of them is going to be in the center for deploy teleport over turn 1, and then the Raptors unit is going to be hopping on 2 objectives and doing a cleanse turn 1. So I'm going to try that first. If not, I'm just going to do the bikes with Slaanesh. So the bike's going to be with Slaanesh, or the Raptors are going to be with Slaanesh. Either way, I think the Raptors having 5 man in them, I'm going to be able to reach both targets for cleanse turn 1. They're mainly there just to do cleanse on turn 1 if I can't get like a cultist mob or something on the objective. So that, with 3 Nurglings, is going to be the cultist spam 10th edition. Holy shit, what are you bringing to this RTT? So that's one list, guys. Demon Prince list, this is my favorite fucking list. So we have Walking Demon Prince, Walking Demon Prince, Walking Demon Prince. We have Nurgle, Slaanesh, and then we have 3 Flying Demon Princes, Slaanesh, Khorne, Slaanesh. So this one has the Intoxicating Elixir with the 5-up Feel No Pain. It also does something else, which I forget. The Talisman of Burning Blood, this guy's going to be the rapid ingress target. And then this guy is just there for the speed 14. So we have basically 4 Slaanesh Demon Princes, 1 Khorne, and 1 Nurgle kind of just sitting in the backfield. If I don't want him to get shot, he doesn't get shot, but he explodes on 5s if you want to do some Dark Pact as well. So 6 Demon Princes, and then we have a bunch of extra points because they did go down in points, but we have Cultist Mob, so 2 10-man Cultist Mobs, both Nurgle. Then we have a unit of Bikes because they also went down. So basically everything here went down in points. Then we're testing out Mauler Fiends. So we have 280 points to really play around with, but we have 2 Mauler Fiends in the list, both with Slaanesh. So you can either start them on the table or bring them in from reserves because you get a free reroll for charges. And if you want to rapid ingress them after you do the Khorne one, you can get a 10-inch move and then advance and charge if you want to. But we got the Bikes. We could go 3 units of Bikes instead of a Mauler Fiend. And then another Demon Prince Nurgle with wings, Demon Prince Nurgle with wings, and then 2 Nurglings. So this list is just 8 Demon Princes. 2 of them are regular Chaos Demon Prince with wings, and 2 freaking Mauler Fiends. So the other option here is if you want to take away the Mauler Fiends and take away a cultist unit, you can actually bring, I think you take away the Bikes too. So if you take away these units, you can actually bring Abaddon and a Legionnaire unit, which I don't think he's going to survive as much without all the chaff around him. So I think I'm going to keep these in there and see kind of how it goes. But this list I'm probably going to be testing on Saturday. So this list and the cultist list we're going to be running on Saturday, just kind of shits and giggles. And the last list, if you guys are interested, is our Abbey test list. This is basically the main list if I were to be running a tournament and one kind of like an all-comers list. This is more of like something you might be running if you want to just have an all well-rounded Chaos Space Marine list with one of the best, some of the best units. So obviously we have Abaddon, Cultist. So 3 Cultist mob. 2 of them could be like secondary going after, and one of them can be in your backfield to block out deep strikes. One Legionnaire with, two Legionnaire, both with Slaanesh, right here. 2 Slaanesh Legionnaire units for secondaries in a Slaanesh Rhino with 5-man Legionnaire with Abaddon. So 2 Slaanesh in a Slaanesh Rhino. And then we have the Predator with Nurgle. Vindicator. So we have 2 Vindicators and 1 Predator. So the Predator, still super good against infantry. Vindicators are going to kill whatever tank you point at them. Hellbrute, because the combo with Abaddon and the Hellbrute. And then we added a Crown, because all of our vehicles are going to get a 4-up invuln save. All of our Legionnaires, if we need them, will get a 4-up invuln save. And then our 2 cultist mobs doing secondaries are going to get an invuln save. So this is something, if you don't want to take the Crown, you don't have to. This is an option. But I like it, just because everything around it gets a 4-up invuln save. And it's not a vehicle, so it doesn't count for bring it down. And you can move right through it with your vehicles. Since it's not a vehicle, the only rule stopping it is you can't move through another vehicle with a vehicle. But since it's not a vehicle and you can move through your own models now, you can basically just move through the Crown, but they can't move through you because you still are an enemy unit. So it blocks out deep strikes. They can't move through you, but you can move through them, which is hilarious. So Crown. Then we have Beast of Nurgle, 70 points. So you have basically 195 points right here if you wanted to trade for a Demon Prince, which might actually be a good idea. Demonettes. I actually ran this the other day. I'm going to do a video on it. But Demonettes, 2 Nurglings, and Seekers. Seekers still really good. None of the demons went down in points, but they're still really good for turn 1. They block out the opponent from getting out of their deployment zone. They can tie up vehicles on turn 1 by getting a charge off. If they have other infiltrators, you can charge their infiltrators with your Seekers. They're just really, really good turn 1 and just being a nuisance turn 1. So Demonettes, they're 2 OBSEC, which I found out. And they get full rerolls to wound when the opponent is on an objective. So yeah, super, super good still. So we have Demonettes, Beast of Nurgle, super annoying, 2 Nurglings, and Seekers. So a lot of demons to try out. We have the Crown with a bunch of vehicles with the full rerolls. We have the Rhino with 2 Legionnaires for secondaries. We have 1, 2, 3 Cultist blobs. Do I not have bikes in this list? Damn. All right. So do we have any extra points? So I probably ditched the... Yeah, so we only had 70 points. So it was either bikes, which are 75, or a Beast of Nurgle. So I think I added the Beast of Nurgle for 70 points instead of the bikes. But you definitely could trade some of these for a bike. Obviously the Crown if you wanted to go bikes with there. But yeah, that's my all-comers. Here's a list that you could run pretty well in a tournament setting and do really good. So those are 3 lists. So let me know which one you are thinking about. I know 2 of them are spam. One of them is kind of like an all-comers. But with Chaos, we talked about the differences, and I think the points are just good. Can't wait for the new codex. We got the Night Lords box that just came out. I know a lot of people have been, building the Night Lords kit. I have one of them, and what I was pissed off is not like a whole kit. It's literally just one sprue that has all the Night Lord bits on it, and it's just the Legionnaire kill team box. So it's a really cool model. It's like the models in there are really cool, but it only adds 1 extra sprue, which is the Night Lord sprue. So if you can go out there and just buy the Night Lord sprue, like if they just sold that for $10, $15, I'd fucking just buy 20 of those. So we're gonna be building Night Lords. We have to paint all of our cultists. We have all of these cultists kind of over here just half painted. So these are the red guys, the corn guys. So I painted all different colors, kind of like I did for our cursed cultists. So I got 1 red squad, 1 blue squad, 1 purple squad, and 1 green squad. And then I need to figure out how I'm gonna get 20 more cultists, because I just added 20 more cultists in that list. So we have 80 here, 20 downstairs. Got to figure out how we're gonna get the extra 20, but that's for Saturday. Merch, if you guys are interested in that, we have the widgets for sale, all the other shit. If you guys want to support the channel, if you want some coaching on Chaos specifically, we have coaching from either me or Mike. Just having a guy in your corner is super clutch, especially in 40k now with everybody being so competitive out there. Watch my video on how to deal with a toxic player. If you guys appreciate it, leave in the comments below what you're super excited about. Good luck with everything. We're going to see you in another video soon, and Grey Knights are next. What's up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. If you guys are thinking about joining the Patreon page, we're going to go over each tier and how it's going to benefit you and what you're looking for specifically to get out of 40k in 10th edition coming up. There's a lot of stuff to go over. There's a lot of tactical videos up on the channel, which is for free. There's going to be a bunch of perks that you get specifically for being a part of the Dirtbag Nation Patreon page. So first off, we have the first tier, which is $1 a month. You guys get first access to the videos over at patreon.com. You also get access to the Discord, which is specifically a private link in the Discord that only Patreon members can see. So you guys will have first access to that. Also a benefit is Patreons over the Dirtbag Nation get live streamed games on patreon.com streamed from YouTube, but there's only links specifically for the patreons.com. So not only do you get first access to these videos, you also get to see live stream games specifically only on patreon.com. The next tier is the Justicar. You guys get a shout out on every single video on YouTube. You also get to support us a little bit more. You get first dibs at voting on Discord, as well as you just kind of say, hey, I just want to be a Justicar Dirtbag and support you guys a little bit more than that $1 a month tier. But you get all the same access as well as the different color over on the Discord. So the third tier is the competitive Dirtbag. This tier, you get a lot more one-on-one coaching. This is a lot of the Dirtbags over on the Dirtbag Nation. They are able to send out messages one-on-one, go over list ideas, tactics, anything you guys want to talk about. When I was getting into 40k, or really any game in general, I always wanted to message the top players in the meta and just ask them questions. This $10 a month tier gets you that opportunity to message us one-on-one on Discord, so that way we can actually coach you, give you our insights, suggestions, and that's going to get you better at the 40k 10th edition as a whole. So that tier alone, just $10 a month to have one-on-one coaching, one-on-one messages anytime throughout the month, that's going to be a perfect tier for you guys. Even if you're brand new to the game, we go over 1,000 point list, 1,500 point list, 2,000 point brand new starting list, team list, anything you guys need. That's what the competitive Dirtbag tier is for. Also, you get a little bit red number name tag on Discord, so people know that you're really serious about getting into the competitive scene. The Grandmaster Dirtbags. This is the all-in-all $25 a month tier. You get one-on-one coaching, everything we said prior to this, but you guys get to see me, Mike, any of the other Dirtbags play your specific list that you want to see tested out live on one of our battle reports. You guys get to mention, suggest videos you guys want to see coming up on patreon.com. So you guys get the above first tier benefit of everything that we do over at Dirtbag Nation. All the support mainly comes from you guys supporting us over here at Dirtbag Nation. And Grandmasters, I can't thank you enough, but for $25 a month, you get one-on-one coaching and anything you want to see live on the tabletops. You get to see a professional play right in front of you. You guys get to kind of like see it one-on-one, and I'm actually making this specifically for you. There's also TTS events that you guys can suggest. If you guys want to do a first 1 or 2 turn run through on TTS, we can actually log in and coach you one-on-one with that. If you guys see us at any GTs, you guys get special benefits, free dice, stuff like that. Anytime you purchase a merch thing on Discord, you guys get a free limited edition Dirtbag dice sent to you with every single purchase on top of that. So there's a lot of benefits coming up with the Grandmaster Dirtbag. Because I can't thank you enough for supporting us. Definitely let me know which tier would be best for you if you go over to patreon.com and specifically go to a tier. And make sure you don't forget to message me up on Discord. That's where we check every single day. If you guys are really into getting into 10th edition 40k, head over to Patreon, join the competitive Dirtbag or the Grandmaster. Message me as many times as you possibly want, and I'll coach you the best I possibly can on any specific army that you guys play. Mainly our armies right now, currently, going into 2024 is going to be Chaos Space Marines, Grey Knights, Death Guard, and then we have Custodes, Sisters, and I think that's it going into the Wings of 2024. But again, any other army that you guys play, we have other coaches lined up for the Dirtbags that are ready to take on that role of the competitive Dirtbag page. So guys, really appreciate it. Thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for joining the Dirtbag Nation if you guys are already a part of us. And we'll see you in another video soon.